Okay, so here we have game 2 of NSUF versus Thingy and Thingy. Dollars and Denies.
Dollars and Denies.
There we
Come on
go.
now.
I keep forgetting. Okay. Well, because we can't see their names at the moment, I don't know why. Maybe they didn't put it in.
5
Although I could just look at their names. Oh well.
We're only casting their game 1 5 minutes ago,
Reserve
so
time.
you should be able to remember.
No! I don't remember these things. Okay. You go ahead. You can go ahead and talk about these bands.
Invoker Marana from Dollars and Denies.
Yeah,
and Batrider, an Ancient Apparition.
Dyer's
So
Pick.
practically the same first 4 bands from game 1. So we've already
Yeah,
talked about strengths.
apart from the
And
Marana.
a Wisp being picked up.
I like this.
Yep, I mean, relocate, tether, spirit balls, all very effective. I mean, you combine that with something like a tiny or chaos knight,
Dyer's
of the
Pick.
the standard kind of combos, be very good.
Yes.
And they should be able to get the next pick in for the kind of the carry that they want. Trim Protector, tried him in game 1. Gonna try him again in game 2.
Yeah. He had some good overgrowth in game 1, but I'm not sure
10
how effective he really
seconds
was.
to go.
But maybe they're going to try something else, something different. Maybe Dark
5
Seer would be quite cool.
seconds.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, whilst the overgrowth
Reserve
does kind of
time.
stun people for kind of 3 or so seconds, you still have the ability to cast spells, I believe. So you can still get
Yeah.
off the Eclipse, you can still get off the Doom, you still get off the Ravage.
It's whether they pick the Tiny to stop NSUF picking up the Tiny.
But yeah, but I guess if they do pick up the Tiny, then they can just go for the Chaos Knight.
Yeah, but not so effective against the Tiny. Tiny's a pretty good counter for Chaos Knight. Well, once he's got Aghanims at least anyway.
And you're having the Cleave and the AoE stun and toss.
Yeah, plus Craggy Exterior would be an absolute pain as well. Because all your illusions would just get stunned up as well.
Yeah, so...
I think I'd like to see Dollars and Knives pick up the Tiny. Because if they give it to NSUF, I can imagine they're quite good with him. Nick's picked up, he
Radiant's
yeah,
Pick.
solid off lane, possibly mid.
Yeah, I mean, the Vendetta will kind of deal a lot of damage to the IO, and yeah, there we go, the Tiny picked up, because
This got
fortunately
through.
Dollars and Knives didn't pick up.
I guess because they picked first, so they picked up the IO, but all the bands are out the way, so either Dollars and Denies had to pick up the Tiny.
10
Yeah,
seconds
It was
I
gonna
mean, they
go
did
through.
kind of put them into a corner against that one.
5
So it's well played
seconds.
by not so user friendly.
Which Doctor ban out, he's a pain in the ass,
Dyer's
especially against
ban.
the IO Tiny combo,
Radiant's ban.
because you just throw out a cask and it bounces between the two.
Yep.
And the
I mean-
Spirit banned out as well, he's just an annoying hero. Disruptor banned as well, also also a good counter for IO Tiny. Because you just glimpse
Yeah,
Tiny
if you
back
can
and be like,
see them. Yeah, well, if you see them coming and you drop down that Static Storm and see the field, and suddenly they're kind of stuck and screwed.
Dyer's Pick.
Magnus banned out as well.
banning out these mid heroes. I don't really know.
Yeah, he's very strong due to the RP.
Yeah, I don't know who would be good against Tiny. I guess they could pick up the Life Stealer again, possibly. Kind of need to lock him down.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously want to get that fast Aghanim, so
10
they want to get
seconds to go.
support so you can roam well.
Yes.
Radiant's Pick.
I like this. I want to see an Aghanims on him. If he doesn't get Aghanims, I'm going to be upset this game. Nick's Assassin's pretty
Yep,
good as well. Because if he's pop Spike Carapace, as the Tiny does his Toss Avalanche combo, the Tiny just gets screwed over.
Yep, and this is also great due to the recent work on the Ice Armor being able to cast from towers
Oh, yeah,
Mixing
that
with
was
the
like-
living armor, he's going to be very, very good against the Tiny trying to beat down on them.
The thing I like from NSUF at the moment, all these three heroes could play in pretty much any position. Like you can run the Io Tiny combo mid or safe lane, or you can run the Tidehunter mid or off lane,
Yep. I mean,
or as a safe lane support, but probably not.
no, I don't think
Yeah.
they do the Tidehunter kind of tri-laning with that, just because they don't really have the
10
lockdown. I mean,
seconds to
admittedly
go.
they have the slow from the gush and from the tether, but
5 seconds.
it would be best to have 2 stuns.
Reserve time.
So we've got Lich. Probably this could be a Lich off lane or a support at the moment, but we do have the Nyx. But we can also play mid as well. So I guess a bit open. Dollars and Denies can pick up what they feel like at the moment. They got from Beastmaster. This is good. This
Radiant's
locks them
pick.
down. That roar is really powerful.
I mean, they could do an aggressive tri-lane against the Tiny to try and shut him down.
Or like a
Set the-
Treant Lich Beastmaster,
Yeah, possibly.
or Treant
Because they
Lich
could-
and someone else.
Constantly spam out the Frost Blast, the axes, and
Yeah,
keep denying the creeps with the
10
sacrifice.
seconds to go.
I'd like to see that. I think that's a very good point. Because
5
Tiny once he gets his
seconds.
farm is bloody scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Reserve
Beastmaster,
time.
another versatile hero, can be played pretty much anywhere. You can stick him in the jungle, stick him in the off lane, stick him in the safe lane, stick him mid lane.
But yeah, he's usually played as the off lane, try and get that fast roar.
I don't know. Whenever I've seen him, it's either been mid or safe.
No. But I mean, yeah, I mean he
There
can
we
be
go.
played anywhere.
Versatile. So, what would you? I don't know what you'd like to see by NSUF here. They need another support, really. So, Undying, nice.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, I mean he's an interesting pick-off because he can also be played in the off
Radiant's
lane.
ban.
Yeah.
Because he's very survivable with the decay, the soul rip, and the tombstone.
Dire's pick.
It's very hard to try and gank and kill.
So the Viper and Luna banned out, which both I can understand. Well, I can understand them banning out. Actually, the Viper is just a real pain, especially against these melee heroes. He's really strong against melee heroes. But saying that, it was Dollars and Denies that picked him up, banned him out. So Viper might have actually been quite a good pickup.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, because I mean if you stop the Tiny, he can't get in range. Admittedly, he does
5
have the
seconds.
avalanche, so
Yeah.
yeah, it can be possibly
Reserve time.
not very good. But again, they don't really then have a kind of a late game carry to counter off that Tiny.
Yeah, Dollars and Denies, and well, NSUF definitely have I'd say at the moment a very greedy lineup.
Yeah, the Tidehunter and Undying, very greedy.
And Io even
10
needs quite, it's
seconds
nice
to
to get
go.
that bottle on him, or the Soul Ring, or an Urn,
5 seconds.
Yep. Or a mech.
or a
It's
mech.
kind of-
So
actually,
they're also quite greedy, and they got. I don't really know why they picked up the
Radiant's
Faceless Void,
pick.
because Faceless Void is countered strongly by Tiny due to the craggy exterior. So if you start battering him down, you get stunned more often than not, and
Yeah,
that's
but
it. You can go on other
twen-
targets, but Tiny's going to be the one in the front line.
Yeah, 25% chance to stun. Admittedly, does have the backtrack and the time lock.
10 seconds to go.
Mm,
5
Yeah.
possibly not the
seconds.
best pickup, but at the same time, Faces Void is a very strong.
Reserve
Carry.
time.
They did need another carry, so I can understand why they wanted to pick him up. I just wouldn't have done it myself, but that's fine. So we got one last pick for NSUF. They need possibly a mid laner.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
yeah.
it's kind of unclear what the lanes are going to be at the moment.
Or they could actually, well, they probably want to pick up the carry. No, well, yeah, mid lane carry possibly. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't really know what would be good. I guess maybe some with a stun. You know, I'd like to
Yeah.
see. Well, they kind of need a range. Maybe range. Drow Ranger would be fun. Obviously, if she gets gone on by Faceless Void or stunned by Beastmaster or anything like that.
Maybe someone like a Storm Spirit. Admittedly, the Nyx does
Yeah, I
obviously
wouldn't
counter
pick up
that.
Storm
So
Spirit.
10 seconds
Guess
to
we're
go.
going to find out in 8 seconds. And we will either
5
agree or disagree.
seconds.
Or they're gonna let it.
Razor, yes. I like
And yeah, it's a
this.
very nice pickup. The static link will kind of work wonders against the void, especially if you can get it off before the chronosphere goes down.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a range sort of semi carry. And now the lanes will be interesting to see what happens because I don't really know.
I feel like you could do the Razor mid and kind of get the fast mech
This
on
should be
him, so
interesting.
that kind of build him up as that kind of utility sort of person. But again, they do have the Undying and the Tidehunter, usually utilities.
So I'll introduce the Radiant side, which is the NSUF. We've got Tretzy on the Tiny. It looks like, I don't know, they might all be grouping up to go, possibly go for a gank. We've got Top on the Razor. We've got Sebum, yeah, on the IO Wisp. And we've got the Z Golem on Undying. And going in the off lane, we got, for NSUF, WKS on the Tidehunter. But there might be an engagement here. I'm going to hold off going through the Dire side for now to see what happens. Good luck, have fun all.
Yeah, it looks like they saw the Nyx Assassin, but
Battle will
Level
commence
1 Roche,
in
level 1 Roche.
30 seconds.
There is a penis on the screen. Thank you for that, Seben. And it is. I'm not even going to describe what it's doing. You can all see for yourselves. Cover it up. Cover it up.
Yep.
So,
And
no. Ooh, Undying, throwing out the decay. Assassin. Got to be careful. Maybe he wants to. He wants to place a ward down, but then they're going to try and secure this rune, which is an illusion rune. And Seven picks it up. Do you want to go through the dire side then?
yep. We have Waesa on the Faceless Void, just going on the safe lane, being joined by Treant Protector, played by JMC. Mid, we have Rager on the Beastmaster with a Lich. It looks like he's going to form a tri-lane, played by Lux, and an off-lane Nyx, played by Saf. Sorry.
And this taking some right click damage. These IO illusions actually doing quite a lot of damage due to the fact that he's only got 400 hit points at the moment. But both the Razor, the Razor's gone for a really greedy build here. All he got was 2 Iron Branches and a Pool Tango.
I feel like he can be very greedy up against a Beastmaster.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but he stole like 38 damage or something from him. This is completely keeping the Beastmaster out of the lane. So I think Razor's going to wreck in this lane at the moment. And yeah, we've got the standard Nyx Assassin in the off lane. Probably going to get, sort of kept out of the Tiny's way by the 2 supports, which are Undying and IO. Maybe not the greatest kill potential, but still possibly, it was decent enough to keep the Nyx Assassin from wanting to get in too close and get any last hits or experience possibly. So we get the last hits and denies up, and we'll see the Razor's doing very nicely against this Beastmaster. Unfortunately, only got 1 for 1 at the moment. Razor does wreck. I feel like Razor's a bit like OD. And we have lost Chris again, but yeah, Razor a bit like OD. Due to the fact that he can, instead of stealing intelligence, you steal damage. And doing some nice pulling here. Unfortunately, this is going to push a little bit. And I think Nyx Assassin maybe going to try and secure the rune, but the haste rune is actually top being pinged out there. And the Razor, due to the lane being pushed out, can quite happily go forth and pick it up and fill up his bottle. Sorry for the Skype noise, you can probably hear that, so wait and see. They've got a nice free farm here for the Faceless Void not being harassed at all by the Tidehunter, who is level 2, nearly 3, which isn't too bad. Razor level 4 with this haste rune, possibly a kill potential if the Beastmaster moves too far forward and then gets a lot of his attack damage. Decided to go for the Plasma Field and the Static Link build. Faceless Void, 9. And unfortunately I have lost connection to Chris, but he'll be back on shortly. He'll call me in a minute. So bottles up for the 2 mid lanes, nicely. Nice okay there. Not much to report at the moment. Things going nice for all lanes. apart from the Beastmaster, who's having a horrible lane. But that usually happens when you play against a Razor. And here comes the call. Hello, hello.
Hello.
And the Razor popping his haste rune here. He's going to try and go after this Beastmaster. I don't think he could. I think he could have done that there actually, but now the Hawk and the Wild Boar is up for the Beastmaster, which is going to help him last hit. The Razor's still going to go in here. I think he can do this. Yes, got the static field off. Just need one more right click. The Beastmaster going into the tree line here. Actually, I think the Razor's going to go down here. This was really well played by Rager here. It looked like he was dead, but and that's first blood going in the way of Dollars and Denies.
Yeah, I managed to catch the tail end of that.
Yeah, you don't miss first blood.
Well played by Rager there.
The crazy thing is though, the Beastmaster was getting so screwed in this lane. He had like one last hit compared to Top's one deny. He's gonna be careful here. If the plasma field just comes out, yeah, this is gonna be his death. That was after that very good play in the tree line there. He gives away his life for pretty much free. I don't really know what he's thinking there, but whatever.
And he gets an invis rune as well.
That was unfortunate. I bet he's feeling a bit silly now. The next assassin coming mid, gonna try and get some levels because he's only level 3 at the moment. So it's a Titan, so both off lanes being, kept out of getting any experience or last hits. And no, he's just gonna. Now the Beastmaster comes here. Raze is now 6, and Beastmaster is. Oh, he's very nearly 6 as well. So experience is fairly similar. I like. If you look at this boar, it's really strange, but kind of cool.
It's pretty weird. Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't play Beastmaster myself, so...
We got some smoke coming in here by Doz and Deny. So there's 4 of them. They really want to get this Razor. They need to. The Raw being used, the Axe is being flown out, the Spike, well not the Spike, the Earth Spike, or Impale either, and the Nyx Assassin getting the last hit. I always forget what it's called, Impale, Earth Spike. It's like the same thing.
Yeah, he tried to use his invis rune to get away, but unfortunately the fade time
just a bit too long.
Still too long.
That was nicely done. They really needed to do this. This means the Beastmaster gets well, he was level 6, but he's got a bit more farm. He's nearly going to get those treads, I imagine. Be nice for him to get those up. Razor's now finished his boots of phase boots. So I don't know why I call them boots of attack. That was really strange. They give you more attack. It will do.
Yeah, admittedly so, but
the NSUF not quite got the ward vision that they did in the first game. There's equal sort of warding done on both sides. Nice rune ward regeneration being picked up by the Beastmaster. He'll need that. Razor quite happy to farm level 7 against the now level 8 Beastmaster. Fortunately, his primal roar is not quite off cooldown yet, but he can pop that regen rune if he needs to get it back up. But unfortunately, the Nyx Assassin is being tossed and stunned, and that's his death. Nicely done by the Tiny. Just managed to catch that in the bottom lane. What with
I missed it completely, unfortunately.
What with Avalanche and Toss being level 2 and 3. The Razor going on this Beastmaster, but I don't think he wants to get too close, otherwise he's just going to get roared up under the tower and take a lot of damage. Axe is flying out, going to get some last hits. And that is a 6-minute minus, well, nearly 7-minute minus onto Faceless Void. He's going to need it, but he's been getting pretty much free farm. Whereas if we look at the Tiny, opting to go for the Treads, he can still go Midas now, he's just going to go for a very early drum. He's got the Bracer and the Robe of Magi already. Some dewarding being done here. But they can't actually, they need an Observer ward, a slight mistake here. But they got one, they're literally going to place it up there. No, they can see it.
Yeah, the Treant Protector being...
Oh.
They keep losing vision, unfortunately. But they know it's there.
Okay. Oh. No. The Ray's not going to do anything. They need to deny it. Come on, guys. Come on, you're going to do it. Just stick the Observer up there. They got the nice helpful courier. The what is it? Corrupted blue lightning.
Is under attack.
Nice.
It's pretty awesome.
Got a cool socket on it. I don't know what it is. Demons Imprisoned.
Yeah, I have that on one of my couriers. I have no idea what it does, but oh well.
Whatever. IO sit in. He's nearly got his level 6, so once that happens, I think him and Tiny He's in a lot of trouble here. He's going to get rolled up, and then here comes the Impale as well. And no Impale. They should have used the Impale. Instead, they used the mana burn, but it was enough to kill him anyway. No matter. Haste Rune being picked up by Rager.
Yeah, I mean, with the Lich and the Treant Protector mids, they could probably go on this Razor again.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the stun from the Roar by Beastmaster has been used. He's got 1,700 gold. Do you reckon this would be an early Necro book, maybe?
Either a Necro or a Blink.
Oh yeah, but I think Blink's probably a better choice.
So I think if he was going to go for a Necro, he would have picked up the Staff of Wizardry by now.
I like how also the Tiny is pretty much finished his drums now. I like how he's decided to go for Midas. They're going to try and get some early relocates, probably onto the Void, who's now level 8, got his boots, but they want to go battle build. They want to fight, and they need to do this to shut him down nice and early.
It's very hard to relocate onto a Blizzard Void because he will just Time Walk or Chrono out of it.
But they can make the area unsafe for farming.
Yeah.
Or the Tiny can get more farm or out farm the Faceless Void by getting kills and stuff. But I feel like the Chrono is being used. This is going to be enough damage onto the Tidehunter. I'm not sure it will quite be enough, but with the Beastmaster Roar, and not even need to throw out the axes, is enough to secure the kill. And the Time Lock deals an extra 70 damage, which is significant as well, if he gets those chances.
And drums have been finished by the Tiny now, so he should be moving on to the agonism. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna have an agonism over this. I'm gonna have an agonism over this.
My apologies. And it's a Blink Dagger for the Beastmaster.
Yeah, good call, good call. Oh, Treant protecting so much damage from that level 4 plasma field. And there's some TP supports here as the Tiny is trying to go on this Nyx. Nyx is juking around the tower, and that is Tiny's death. Slight mistake here, and the TP support was enough as well. IO is going to try and run away. He's got his balls out. Being slowed up by Lich, getting right-clicked. Is he going to get away? The support from the Undying is coming along, and a nice tether will probably secure his safety. It's one thing, I haven't seen anything from the Undying at the moment.
I guess he's just been stacking and pulling, getting a couple of levels.
Razor in a little bit of trouble here, but unfortunately Raw, another 10 seconds, and then he'll be back up. So we're going to see anything mid. The tether being used, the Razor's going to chase down this Beastmaster, draining so much health. The plasma field being thrown out. Just a couple more right clicks. There's the Treant Protector going down. And the Siege creep is now nicely nicely protected from any damage that might come his way from this Razor, which is now hitting, well, was hitting pretty hard. And the Raw being used, but the Eye is going to take lots of damage. Nyx, that's a double Impale, really nicely done. Popping the Spike Habits maybe a little early. Is he going to go down to this Razor though? Lots of damage being sold, 56 damage, and that's a nice little mistake popping that early. And it's the Beastmaster. I think he's in a lot of trouble here as well. Double kill for top there on the Razor. So some slight mistakes coming out there from the Dire. I think they could have got away with just killing off the IO, but.
And that's also going to be his mech very, very shortly.
So Razor going for mech, nice.
Yep. So potentially thinking about going on this Tidehunter again. Could have Time Walked Chronoed onto it.
I still think things they're pretty even at the moment. Faceless now got his Morbid Mask. Midas is Midas off cooldown. Not going to do anything. No towers down yet. 11, well, nearly 12 minutes in, and it's 5-6 in this. This is the Dota 2 Reddit Dota 2 League. RD2L. You can search that. And the Chrono being used, and just caught the tail end of that as Faceless Void gets another kill on the Tidehunter.
Yeah, and Dying's managed to pick up his mana boots, so he's kind of going for a support. Well, being the unfortunate support, so not getting very much gold there.
And there's going to be some rotations mid, possibly. They're going to try and get this Undying, or at least push the tower. And with the Treant Protector around, if the Radiant really want to push towers, they have to go for it. They have to kill them off, otherwise they're just going to get healed back up again, like the mid one is at the moment. It's nearly on full health again. Razor. Oh, the Treant Protector ulti being used, but the Razor also using his ult. There's minus armor everywhere. The Raw being used. It's getting slowed down by the debuff on the Razor. The Undying using his okay, but I think everyone's going to get away apart from the Treant Protector, who does go down to top on a dominating streak. He's going to loop around, try and get this Beastmaster. I think that's it for now.
I know.
And the Radiant Tiny pushing in onto this bottom tier 1 tower.
I almost
Tethered
feel
up.
like I mean, if the Razor kind of gone round into the jungle, he could have found the Beastmaster and would have been able to pick him off there.
Probably. And this is, even though the Glyph was being used, Tiny does manage to take down the tower. We saw the power of the Carapace though. He did get tossed and the Tiny one stand up and to take a fair amount of damage as well.
Dire's middle tower is under
They've got to put more men onto this mid tower, I think, otherwise it's just not going to go down. It's going to get healed up again. Just the Undying and the Razor. I'm not sure it'll be enough, especially in the Beastmaster, who can throw out his axes if need be. He's got another 1,000 gold. Maybe upgrade his boots now. So there was another kill each. Is this no, the Nyx is obviously not going to be looking for Roshan. He's just going to Vendetta up and look for a kill possibly. I think they want to get rid of this Razor. He's level 12. He's quite scary at the moment. Is he going?
He does have a mech though,
Yeah.
so
Maybe they'd rather take on the Undying. He's only level 5 at the moment. There you go. They're going for it. Who are they going on? They can't decide who they're going to impale onto
get the nice double
the
stun.
ulti and the overgrowth being used, but they can't. They're too tanky. The Ravage coming out on lots of the Nyx though. Oh, with this Chrono is so good. It's great. There goes the Razor, and they're just going to get out of here. The Treant Protector. It wasn't the Razor that went down. It's the Undying. I think he probably should have gone on the Razor with the Razor. Oh, it was quite dangerous for the ball. He's hitting so hard. He stole 126 damage. He didn't over 200 damage to take down this tower. I did like that Lich ulti though with the Chronosphere, but it wasn't enough. So it's now 10-8, and they're going to get the Radiant again mid tower.
yeah. Unfortunately for the Faceless Void, the Tiny was still tethered to the IO, who had relocated in, and so he just relocated out again.
Dire's middle tower is under siege.
If they get another combo like that, imagine if there was Aghanim's on the Lich. That would be so good.
Yeah,
They're going to take this to the next tower, and this Nyx Assassin using his spike and his Vendetta as well. Treant Protector in a lot of trouble here, but he's actually invis, so you throw down the sentry wall, but he's still visible. Are they going to go on this?
Is the hardest part of
No,
being
they're going
a
to have to back
martial
off now.
announcer.
And as all the Dire are back up, they're
Balancing
going to
how
back
the
off,
right
and
things
the
happening.
tower gets healed up. So the Tidehunter now working towards that Blink Dagger. He's got 1,500 gold in the bank. You have to watch out as the Dire advances on them. But
Yeah, the slow being applied to the ball from the ball. It's very powerful. Never realised just how good it is.
yeah, whenever I go Beastmaster, I don't like microing, so I don't level into it.
So 35% movement slow.
So good though, isn't it? Got some nice wards out here. So the Tiny, he's going for that Aghanims. He's just over, he's got about 1.25k away from that, so he'll probably just sit in the jungle, try and farm that up. Beastmaster been doing quite well here. He's 2, 3 and 5. His Faceless Void, he needs more farm. Has he decided he's gone for that Mask of Madness? He's got to really.
Yeah, this is very standard kind of Faceless Void build. Get the Mask of Madness, and then go for kind of a damage item.
So experience in the favour of NSUF at the moment, only 2k though, and 4,000 gold. There's quite a lot of gold in the favour.
Radiant's bottom tower is
The,
being attacked.
So
You
who
might
TP'd
want
out?
to
That
look
was the
into that.
Beastmaster. Man had to hide himself in the trees and TP out. My voice is going a little bit here, so I'm going to let you take over for now.
It looks like they're kind of trying to
Dire's
get
top
this
tower is being attacked.
top tower. The living armor though was just used, and so it's already been gone. And I feel like they could potentially
Dire's top
defend this,
tower is
but
under siege.
they might be able to get it in time.
Yeah, I think they're going to. Nyx Assassin.
Dire's
Go.
bottom
He's going to try and
tower
pick
is
off this
being
Tidehunter.
attacked.
Gets a click. Is he going to get the stun? He doesn't get the stun. I just want to point out the Razor. He's going for the Aghanims. He's got the Point Booster and the Ogre Club. So he'll probably
Yeah.
pick that up a similar time that Tiny gets his Aghanims.
Yeah, I believe it. That means that it can attack towers now as well.
Yeah.
So it's a very powerful upgrade.
Faceless Void getting a Mithril Hammer. I imagine that will be built into a BKB. He's going to need it as well. And there's still the Radiant's still sieging on this top tier 1 tower, and the Void's ult being used, but he's not doing any damage to this Razor. But it's nothing, and the Ravage being used, and so was the Lich ulti, but not really meaning much. And the Faceless Void just goes down to this Razor, who is much higher level than he is. This Courier, I'm not worried about the Courier. What about Nyx? Nyx taking lots of right-click damage. They're kind of waiting for the Spike Carapace, but he's going to save that for now. He's going to have to use it. Oh, that was a good Razor managing to stop his attack there so he didn't get stunned up here. Nyx Assassin invis, but not enough. The Tombstone being thrown down.
Yeah, I mean, the Faceless Void, he had his Mask of Madness, but chose not to pop it. I mean, I guess in that current situation, there were heroes kind of still milling around, so taking the extra damage wouldn't have been worth it.
Dire's structures have been fortified.
Yeah, as you can see, his Faceless, he needs more farm. He really needs a lot more farm. So
Yeah, they should be able to take this top tower now.
yeah.
Dire's
Should be.
top tower is under siege.
Oh, this is a dangerous TP getting cancelled. It does cause the Razor to use his ulti though, but it is only a 70-second cooldown at the moment, so not a big loss. And
And you can just use it to farm up jungle.
Dire's bottom tier 2 tower is being sieged by this Tiny, who he actually has his Aghanims now. Tidehunter has finished that Blink Dagger. Bit late, but not too bad. Nyx Assassin taking some balls in the face. That even means he can't go on this. He's got to run.
Yeah. They know he's there, so they're just going to back off before help comes in.
Impale trying to catch the Tiny, but that was a little hopeful, as Tiny is fairly speedy with 457 move, especially with the tether. Gonna farm up these jungle creeps, and that's his Aghanims.
Yeah, I would assume he'd go for possibly a Mans now. But never really know.
I think so.
The Void's going for a Maelstrom rather than a BKB.
Oh yeah, that would make more sense.
That's a base pickup.
He needs that damage.
And Aghanim's finished by the Razor as well.
So, NSUF definitely ready to battle and fight if need be. I think they need to. I think what Dollars and Denies needs to do is just they need to protect this Faceless Void. He's their only hope. And for some reason, I just saw the Beastmaster go down. Was that to the relocate? Or maybe just no, I don't think it was.
It's not a cooldown.
I think it was just the Tiny and IO coming in nice and quickly, and Beastmaster getting caught out.
Vanguard has been picked up by the Undying, making him more survivable.
Yeah, stick around for the tombstones and the decay. I don't know. I'm sure he has been doing things, and I just haven't noticed him that much, which is okay, I guess.
I mean, all you really need to do as an Undying is just spam out the decay, because it reduces the amount of health that each hero has, and if you can get a nice tombstone down, I mean, what more do you have to do as an Undying?
Razor using that Aghanim's ulti for the first time. It's going to melt away at this tower. But it doesn't get the minus armor, does it? No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It's just damage.
Oh well, it's enough.
And you have the extra 50 damage kind of every 0.45 seconds. It's quite a lot.
That's nearly down. Treant ulti, not even, well, not ulti, Treant armor not even being enough to save the tower. Lich ulti being used on not really anything hitting the Tiny. It did bounce the eye, but the Roar being used and the Impale, and that should be it. And the Faceless Void is doing work on this eye, popping the Mask of Man. It's going to turn on this Razor. It's quite low. The Razor is stealing a lot, and the Ravage being used on so many heroes. I think it was on all 4 of them. And here comes the Undying. Impale onto 3, nicely done, but it's just not enough. Buyback from the IO and the Tiny. They're going to try and end this game now. With the Aghanims on the Tiny, it is going to be enough, I think, just to at least take down one set of racks. And mid is already pushed in as well. This Lich is hiding. He is scared.
Yeah, I mean, that's all he can do. I mean, he probably should just TP out. Yeah, no, he is.
I mean, look at these golems. There's a massive Tiny. Undying is massive. Tidehunter is massive. Physically.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just getting these cores, getting the right farm, and the support also getting a reasonable amount of farm. Because when you compare them against the Treant Protector, all he has is Arcane Boots and a Wand, and the Nyx is Stout Shield and Arcane Boots.
Yeah, just realised the storm up. It's actually really noisy. Impale not going to hit on this Undying, unfortunately. So that's 2 racks down, and at 22 minutes, didn't Things are a little uncomfortable for the Dire side. There's a lot of gold on all these heroes now, the Radiant side. Io, he's doing nicely, he's got an urn and arcane boots, keeping that tiny, nice and alive. The Beastmaster, he's picked up a point booster, so I imagine he's going to try and go for Magnums as well.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if Dollars and Deniers can come back from this.
We can have faith.
Yes, I mean, you do have the Void, who has a Midas, and he can attack really fast now, but you have 2000 health Razor, you have a Titan who's just really tanky anyway due to the Kraken Shell. You have a 2000 health Tiny who also has Crag Exterior. I mean, yeah, Wisp is kind of got nothing at the moment, but you also have an Undying with a Vanguard. So
this could be where they get in trouble actually. Yes, the Radiant going to try and take on this, and this Chronosphere. No, it's not a Chronosphere, and he just dies straight away. He popped that a bit late, but here comes the Lich Ult. It's going to go to work, but it's not going to be enough. Bouncing to Roshan. Is this an Aghanims?
no.
No. It just bounced for a really long time. What's the number of bounces?
It's 10 drum.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately for Dollars and Knives, you have the ward there. So they saw the Nyx coming in, so they knew something was up.
Yeah.
So
Void was a little late on the was a little late on the chrono, so he just got blown up quite quickly. By quite, I mean very.
Have a vitality booster on the IO to try and give him a bit more health.
Yeah, it was nice strength here, and this Roshan, it's actually taking quite long to go down, but he'll go down eventually. It's tiny. I imagine
unfortunately they don't have any armor.
Roshan has been killed by the Radiant.
Yeah, and the Tiny picks it up.
And with Roche, she now has enough money to buy a Manta.
Yep.
Or
Good
finish
call.
off the Manta.
Razor with a heart. Oof. He's just such a presence in a fight, and a Veil as well. Jesus.
And yeah, it's just these supports. They have so much farm.
Chrono being used on Undying. Tether, is it going to be enough to keep him alive? No. So that's a nice kill for Faceless Void, but in comes the Razor with his ulti. They can't do anything about it. They're just going to siege this tower. So although the Undying is down, the Train Protector Overgrowth being used for little reason, but it's trying to keep them back, I guess.
I think they've kind of accepted their fate because you had the Chronosphere used on an Undying, and then a Train Protector used for Overgrowth. I mean, yeah, it caught the Tiny and
Ravage.
I missed that, sorry.
Ravage.
I assumed that when you said Ravage, but...
Oh, Tiny trolling, chucking in the Tide Hunter into the base, and then Faceless Void gets the last hit.
Please.
Yeah, Tiny noob. Uninstall.
Yeah, they realise that they've won, so they can afford to throw a Tide Hunter into the fountain.
Nyx gonna try and find a pick off, maybe just a Dolan's kill on this IO.
Yeah, but with the tether, he's just regenning up his health too much. You can't kill him. Hey, Wisp.
Oh no, they see him! Oh, not gonna be enough. Double impale. No! Green armor. Gonna bring it back up. The relocate. The relocate. They take down the IO. Overgrowth being used. That's a really low cooldown. They're gonna take down this Tiny though. Not with the Razor coming. Godlike.
Even if they did kill him, he has the Aegis, so you can't give him. Oh, this Undying's going ham. Unfortunately, the Chrono just missed him.
Oh, it doesn't matter though. It kept the Tiny out. It was pretty good. But this Ancient is going down. Oh no, they're also being used. And this Tiny, he's actually going to go down. They killed him. Sort of another Ravage comes out because of that refresher onto 4 actually. And here we go.
The Razor stole 224 attack at the end there.
Damn. GG. A convincing win from NSUF there, but a valiant effort by Dollars and Denies. So that concludes. This was just 2 games. And hopefully we'll be back next week with some more games. I believe I'm going to be ready following NSUF. But who knows, someone else might want to cast. Get me to cast for them. us to cast for them.
Got there in the end.
So yeah, I think this just shows the power of. I'm not sure the draft from Dollars and Eyes was quite there, but a very very solid draft from the Radiant. And
It had very good potential, because if you can get an Overgrowth into Chronosphere, into
Lich
Hole, then you have a lot of damage coming out. But at the same time, you're doing up against some very tanky heroes, and who are also very farmed. So unfortunately, it didn't really work out.
No. So thanks for watching, guys, and thank you, Xebenkeck, my wonderful co-caster.
Thank you, thank you.
And your internet was a bit more stable this game, so that's great.
A little bit, yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys, and see you again soon. Bye.